Well, on Monday, we did a story on the trend involving children as young as 8 asking for expensive skincare products and doing some elaborate daily skincare
The
routines.
story blew up, and we heard from so many of you who wanted to learn more about this topic. So our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here digging a little deeper to find out if these products are useful for young skin, because the skin is different when it's younger.
That's exactly right. And this is an expensive trend. So here's how I wanted to dig deeper. I wanted to talk to a board-certified pediatric dermatologist who treats and talks to kids all day long about taking the best care of their skin. And I asked her to give her honest advice directly to kids and parents about these products.
I tell my teens this all the time. They are living in a very, very tough day and age when everything on social media is fake. Everyone has airbrush skin. A lot of teenagers, because of their focus on having perfect skin, will find 1,000,005 things wrong with their skin, which is otherwise completely normal. And then they'll start looking at these brands, which make a product for almost anything.
Dr. Allison Zarbo, a Henry Ford Health pediatric dermatologist, totally relates to her patients.
I tell my patients this. I had horrible acne when I was a teenager. So I have a passion for treating kids with skin problems.
While she understands why kids are drawn to advice on social media, she cautions.
There's a lot of influencers who get paid to recommend certain products. You do not need to spend a lot of money on skincare. It's not necessary. I do not spend a lot of money on my skincare routine. I have kids who come in with bags of products that is way more than what I would spend on my own skin. Whenever I see kids, I tell them, stop using all of these creams. Stop using all of these serums. It's not necessary.
So what does she recommend for kids?
Keeping it simple is key. You just need a gentle face wash in the morning and nighttime. You do not need any special serums or any special face masks. Anytime we do that, we increase the risk of getting irritation, and it can even cause breakouts. And wearing a sunscreen is the most important thing. They'll be grateful when they're my age that they wore sunscreen. There are lots of excellent brands that you can buy at your local pharmacy at less than $10 for moisturizer or for cream with a good sunscreen in it. So the brands I always recommend can be found at your local drugstore. These include CeraVe, Cetaphil, Neutrogena, Eucerin, La Roche-Posay, Avène, Aveeno, and Vanicream.
But Dr. Zarbo is realistic and knows some kids will still turn to social media endorsed products. Here's her sincere advice.
If you really are fixated on a certain brand, that's okay. I would just stick with the most simple products they have. You should stick with the gentle face wash they make. You should use the moisturizer with the sunscreen, SPF 30 or higher. You should use the gentle moisturizer, but I would avoid all the extra serums and exfoliating masks.
And remember,
realistic expectations are important. No one will ever be able to get rid of your pores, no matter how many serums you buy. I have a lot of kids who come in and talk about the blackheads on their nose. They're not blackheads on their nose, and most of the kids that I'm seeing, they're actually just their pores, and everyone has pores. Just realize that everyone has imperfections, and that's what makes us who we are.
Now, I don't want to single out any particular online products, but I think it's safe to say if your kids are paying more than $50 for a small container of face cream, and I will say $50 is a bargain for some of those products, you are probably just paying too much.
I wonder where these kids get $50 to pay for that, but that's a whole nother story. I'm wondering, did you have any idea what a big deal this had become?
No, I actually didn't. This is really kind of interesting. It blew up, especially though, when you think about things like sunscreen, it's really a good thing because if we can get the younger generation to truly embrace wearing sunscreen, for example, that would make a huge difference in their lifetime risk of skin cancer and premature aging. Now, I want to say we also have an extended Q&A with Dr. Zarbo on the health page at clickondetroit.com, and I think this is a great thing to share with anyone else who might have questions about this trend, because it was really very informative, our discussion.
Parents and kids as well. Okay, appreciate it, Dr. McGeorge.
Yeah.